this week, Eyewitness News is focusing on the valley's growing traffic problems with a series of special reports driving you crazy.
So coming up here at 6:15, Dana Rosselli is going to join us from Skywitness 8 with a look at the valley's most dangerous intersections and why they are worse than others, because we certainly got plenty of problem spots here in the valley, right, Justin?
Yeah, always, yes.
Yeah.
You know, we got a lot of response from our commuter challenge yesterday. A lot of folks are wondering what happened.
A lot of people wanted money on cars.
I know, and it is a bet in town, right? But we have results for that on our website at KLAStv.com. You can click on traffic and find out what happened. Plus, we're doing round 2 coming up on Thursday. All right, let's take a look outside right now and show you here our Skywitness traffic map. That one dot right there is 95 southbound, just past Rancho, right before you get into I-15. We have a hit-and-run accident there, so you're seeing some flashing lights that could be slowing you down this morning as you head out. Just be aware of that coming out of the 95 and the Rainbow Curve in the northwest part of town. Elsewhere, otherwise, things looking pretty good. Charleston Curve here on 5-15-95 in Charleston, heading in toward downtown Las Vegas. Looking good from our Boulder Station camera there. No problems northbound or southbound at this time. Another shot here from the fast cameras at 95 and Decatur, and you can see this is actually looking up toward the west, where you can see southbound and northbound travel looking pretty good. You can just see just how wide that 95 is going to be when they get it all widened and everything. The fast cameras, the fast systems, they've basically want to find out how fast is that fast system, and we're going to look into that tomorrow morning starting at 6 o'clock. Again, part of our big Driving You Crazy Las Vegas Traffic Week here.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I tell you what drives me crazy is that US 95 where they've got all those temporary lane shifts and you got to go right or left or.
You really have to pay attention.
Crazy.
You really do, especially the time you come to work.
I know, absolutely. All righty, maybe you're stepping out the door is actually pretty pleasant out there, and enjoy it. It's going to be the coolest numbers of the day as we get into our hour right around the daylight. 5:16 right now, 72 degrees officially. See some clouds off in the distance. These are off to the east with a little disturbance that's right around the Nevada-Utah border. And it's bringing some very light rain over into Utah, but for us, we're just seeing the clouds. Water Street, you were sizzling yesterday at 101, but you are managing to cool off to 69 degrees. Air is very dry, only 29% humidity. Bonanza in Eastern, this neighborhood hit 99, 75 right now. And look at that, less than 20% humidity. Pahrump into the low 90s yesterday. You might just barely make it to 90 degrees today. We're just going to take off a few degrees for the afternoon high. 61 right now at the Willow Creek Golf Course. 5:40 is sunrise. Sets at 7:35, so it'll take until a little after 5:45 to actually get the sun up. And the sun is sinking behind the mountains a little after 7, but we've got that nice daylight lingering until about 8 o'clock. Expect more moderate air quality today for ozone with this extra heat and light wind. We were 10 degrees above normal yesterday. Look at the morning low of 71 when we should be in the low 60s. 86 by lunchtime, 92 for the afternoon. I'm putting nice, because wait till you see the end of the week. 92 is going to be nice compared to Friday when we're pushing triple digits. Now, about the third week of May, about the middle of May last year, we were already hitting triple digits. We're going to be awfully close by Friday. Extra warm, and that means for parade Saturday morning, we're already going to be in the 80s, close to 90 degrees by 10 o'clock. So everybody really has to drink lots of water, and that's going to be the key to surviving this extra warmth. Some people say, it's not that hot.
Well, and surviving
but your body's
the float.
not used to it. I'm sorry?
Surviving the float on Saturday is going to...
Yeah, well,
water will be the key to surviving that, too.
Absolutely.
It's going to be hot.
And staying sane, too, with this crew. It's going to be fun. We hope you're down there. 10 o'clock it starts.
Thanks, Sherry.
You're welcome.
Well, the first of 13 Freedom Schools in New Orleans is now open.
The schools will help provide an education and mental health care to children who were displaced by Hurricane Katrina. Stars like Jennifer Gardner spent the day with the children to celebrate the grand opening, which they say was long overdue.
If that happened in Los Angeles, in Bel Air, believe me, there would be houses now. They would be standing, they would be clean, and the grass would be growing. So why isn't that happening here?
We apologize for the color there. She was looking a little peaked, but I think she's feeling good after having her baby. The schools were opened by the Children's Defense Fund.
More good news this morning for hurricane evacuees. Some residents can now go back into their homes. The state's health department has lifted the boil water order for some of those neighborhoods.
And this is a story that we've been following now for nearly 2 weeks, and finally we can say that 2 miners in Australia are now back in the arms of their loved ones.
It's just unbelievable. You just can't express how we feel, the joy we feel, and praise to God. We're praising Him in everything, and we're just so happy.
And here they are coming out of that cage. They walked out. They're punching the air in victory. The men had been trapped in a steel cage after an earthquake caused a rock fall, killing a third miner. We're told the 2 survivors are doing well, but as a precaution, they will be taken to a hospital for some routine evaluations.
Down there 2 weeks. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Here's a testament that cats probably do have 9 lives.
What happens is the guy behind us honks us, and he's telling us there's a cat under you. So we pull over.
Well, a little kitten went for a ride under a car traveling more than 60 miles an hour during rush hour traffic in Miami. Alexis Aguilar says he was amazed she wasn't hurt since he was driving so fast.
Wow. All right.
Hands up! Get him out. Get him out of here.
All right, in the meantime, police here in Michigan say they know why a couple of teens were hiding in the trunk of that car. They apparently are armed robbery suspects. An officer found them after pulling the car over because it matched the description of the getaway car. They are now in jail, and right now, along with the driver, are accused in a robbery spree.
Which of the 3 do you think thought that was a good idea? In San Diego, 2 women are also under arrest after police say they stole several pairs of expensive Italian shoes and then led police on a high-speed chase. This is a video of what happened. At one point, authorities say the women even tossed the spiky heels at the officers. Fortunately, it did not explode their tires, and they were able to continue on. Police finally stopped the women by ramming into their car.
What some women will do for a nice pair of Manolo Blahniks, I guess.
That's insane. A strange new exhibit made up of human bones is now open. We'll show it to you.
And a police officer on the scene of a bogus car crash makes a real-life delivery. We'll have the details for you when we come back. Time right now is 5:21. A police officer in Philadelphia is being called a hero this morning after he helped deliver a baby on an expressway. Now, the would-be parents were on their way to the hospital, but they had to pull over because the mother simply couldn't wait. She was going into labor. Then, by stroke of luck, they just happened to stop right where an officer was wrapping up a bogus car accident. He got some step-by-step instructions from his radio and delivered that healthy baby girl.
And in Alabama, an 8-year-old girl helped deliver her baby brothers. The mother wasn't able to make it to the hospital in time, so her daughter had to help out as she went into labor in the living room. Mom and her 2 newborn baby boys are doing great. I think big sister's still in shock somewhere.
Well, a teen who received the gift of life from another teenager is remembering him in a special way.
Cody couldn't be here for his graduation, but part of him was.
I felt like he's here.
16-year-old Cody Pruitt of Pleasant Hill, Missouri was killed in a car crash, but his death saved the life of this young girl, Lana Hall, who was in need of a lung transplant. So Hall decided to keep his memory alive by attending what would have been his high school graduation. She accepted his diploma on his behalf, and the boy's parents were right by his side, her side.
A bizarre art exhibition showcasing a dentist's artistic use of more than 600 human bones. The exhibition, titled Science and Art, is now open in Peru. The dentist collected some of the bones from corpses that were abandoned in cemeteries, while others came from other doctors and students. Let's hope no patients were involved.
Oh, very creepy. All right, if you're waiting to get those Canadian prescription drugs online, we're going to have the details for you when we come back. 5:25. There it goes. Another Las Vegas property has been blown to bits. We're going to show you the boardwalk as it came crashing down.
The next time you fly out of McCann Airport, you may not have to take your luggage past the ticket counter. Find out why. Plus,
this is a fun hobby. It's a grown-up treasure hunt.
Well, it is a sort of treasure hunt, but it's for oil, and it could be right in your backyard. Still ahead here, George Knapp looks at the black gold and why no one is drilling for it. And good Tuesday morning to you. Almost 5:30 in 4 seconds.
good morning. The Cubs are in a tailspin. Justin Cooper.
I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry.
Greg Maddux went down hard last night. Tell us the traffic is going better than the Cubs.
Traffic is going better.
Well, thank
than the
goodness
Cubs.
for that.
Yeah.
Something to think
and
about.
no problems out there to start our morning. I know, Dave, it's tough. We gotta just deal with it. Let's take a look now at our Sky Witness traffic map. Just that one accident on 95 southbound at Rancho, right before you get to the Spaghetti Bowl. That is where we have a little bit of an incident there. We had a hit and run accident that's causing a little bit of delays, and especially with all those lane shifts right in that area, you really have to pay attention. Sherry and I were talking about it just a few minutes ago, and you have to pay attention to all those lane shifts to find out exactly how to get to I-15 South. But eventually it will all be done in 2007 with the widening project, so that will be nice. Let's take a look elsewhere around the valley and find out what's happening. I-15 in Sahara, northbound, southbound, really not moving too badly at this time on I-15 near the Sahara area. Maybe a little slow on 15 southbound. Rainbow Curve, 95 north and south, also looking good. So the effect from that Rancho accident has not extended all the way back to the Rainbow area as of yet. 531ers checking in on time. No problems northbound, but southbound is stacked up as you come out of the Spaghetti Bowl down toward Russell and around the DI Super Arterial. So that's where we're seeing our one slowdown spot, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Well,
it's
that's
typical.
Good. The question is, are they paying attention to us?
I hope so.
I hope so,
I hope
too.
so.
And I hope you're paying attention to the heat and taking care of your body, because it's going to be another warm day for us. We might actually back off the highs maybe a couple of degrees, but still plenty of 90s and a lot of neighborhoods in the mid-90s. Clouds off to the east. Otherwise, we'll be clear over the valley this morning. Temperatures into the 70s after mid to upper 90s, even some triple digits sprinkled around the southeast side of town yesterday. But 68 in downtown Henderson, 67 West Desert Inn. Here's a look at your day. It's going to be a nice one, but warm again. Plenty of sunshine. Low 90s today after 95 officially. So that's our big break for the rest of the week.
That's
and
it?
Then the thermometer starts going back up. It's going to be a really hot finish to the week and way ahead of schedule. So I'm going to give you a few tips to kind of help you acclimate, get used to this heat for now.
You delivered great weather for the implosion.
Well, nice light wind.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for anything
With the
better.
dust could hover just a little bit in the city
Linger a
and
little
illuminate
longer.
in the neon. Nicely done. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit more right now. 5:32 right now. The Boardwalk Hotel and Casino, as we just heard, is no longer part of the Las Vegas Strip. The building came down with a big boom earlier this morning to make room for the planned $5 billion MGM Mirage Project City Center. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Martha Guzman is there. Martha?
Good morning, Denise. A thick cloud of smoke and dust that had surrounded the building earlier this morning has now cleared. And as you can see, the sign there is still standing, but the structure is now part of Las Vegas history. It came down at about 2:30.
She is down. She is down.
Okay, apparently we're having some problems with Martha's audio out there in the field. We can tell you that was a 16-story structure. It came down in just a matter of seconds, as you saw there. A thick cloud of smoke followed that implosion. Nearly 1,000 explosives were strategically placed on 6 different floors to make it come down like clockwork. And a lot of tourists on the Strip were surprised to see that implosion.
It was amazingly impressive because it was so controlled, and it was just like an everyday thing for Vegas, you know. It's just like, there's the Bellagio, there's a building coming down, you know, just out of this world.
Just as simple as that, isn't it? Well, now that the Boardwalk is history after 38 years on the Strip, the future is expected to bring a brighter and better development to this property. You're looking at it. The MGM, which owns the land, will build its $5 billion Project City Center there. The project will be a place for people to live, work, as well as play, along with hotels, casino, luxury condos, a lot of retail shops. The first phase of that Project City Center is expected to be complete by the year 2010. We can also tell you that the last casino that was imploded was Bourbon Street. That was back in February. It also came down in a very early morning implosion. Dave?
Well, we heard from that guy earlier, said he was just walking around town, looked up, building blows up. That's Las Vegas. McCann International Airport has enjoyed a record high number of passengers, but that increased traffic may be stretching security screeners a bit thin. So the Transportation Security Administration is giving McCarran 60 more screeners and 3 more explosive detection systems. McCarran officials believe the changes will benefit passengers the most.
Be able to give their bag to the ticket agent down in lobby, and then it goes through the process behind the wall. So to them, they don't have to lug their luggage anywhere. They don't have to wait for it to go through any machine in the lobbies.
30 of the new screeners are already taking classes, and 60 should be in place by next month.